Now we know that if f and f inverse are inverses of each other, then domain and range are switched. Okay, so that's why the graph of f and f inverse, they are reflections about the line. That means the x-axis and y-axis are interchanged. So using that idea, let us try to find out the algebraic rule for any function. Okay, so if f of x is given negative 2x plus 3, let us find the formula of f of inverse of x. So this will be, let us suppose y equals to negative 2x plus 3. Okay, since we know that f and f inverse, their domain and range are interchanged, so we interchange x and y. That means I will replace this y by x equals, this x will be replaced by y, so that would be negative 2y plus 3. Okay, then solve for the value of y in terms of x. So that will give us, so let me take this negative 2y over here, so that's positive 2y, add 2y on both sides, you can say, and let us subtract x on both sides, so that will give us negative x plus 3. Therefore we have y equals negative x plus 3 divided by 2. So the function f inverse of x would be negative x plus 3 divided by 2, and this is also an inverse. This is also a linear function. Okay, so the main idea here is to interchange the variables x and y. X-axis is changed to y-axis, y-axis is changed to x-axis. Thus we get this one, and then find the value of y in terms of x. So thus this is the inverse function of a given function, this one. Now let's take another example. Y equals f of x equals x over x plus 2. Let's find its inverse. And we already know that x plus 2 must not be 0. So that's why we exclude x is equals to negative 2. So x is not equals to negative 2. Interchange x with y, right? So that should give us, okay, so that should give us y is written as x equals x to be y and x to be y plus 2. So this is the way how we interchange. Since we know that domain of f and f inverse are, domain and range of f and f inverse are interchanged with each other. So that's why we do this kind of operation. Now let us cross multiply this. Since this is x by 1, we can write this as x y plus 2 equals y. Alright, then you can see that we can distribute this x with y, that will give us xy, and x with 2, that will give us plus 2x equals y. Then let us take this xy to another side. So that means we are subtracting xy from both sides. So that will give us 2x equals y minus xy. Then after that, you can see that we can write this as 2x in the left, and y is common between these two expressions. So I can write this as y 1 minus x. Right? So I factor out the common quantity. I would divide the entire expression by 1 minus x. 1 minus x. Just to get rid of this 1 minus x sticking with y. Okay, such that we will be getting this as 2x over 1 minus x equals y. So y is isolated in one place. Then I will write this as y equals f inverse of x is 2x over 1 minus x, where this x is not equals to 1. So this is the formula for f inverse of this given function.